So the season finale of Andor is here, called Rix Road, and yeah, yes. But look, this is not a play-by-play, but it is filled with spoilers. So if you have not seen the episode, I'm not sure why you would have even clicked on this, but let me tell you before you go, this is great. This is a great series and definitely worth your time. For the rest of us that have seen it and want to talk about it, let's get into it. So everything is building, just like the last episode. Things are building to a conclusion, an explosion, if you will. I mean, really, that's kind of what it is. I mean, people are showing up to Phoenix left and right, including Deidre in an amazing shot with the shuttle coming down. It's one of my favorite shots in the entire series. It just looked good. It just looked awesome. But Cyril is here. Luthen is here, and of course, Andor himself shows up, all interspersed with this boy building a bomb. I wonder what's going to happen. One of my favorite scenes in the entire episode is Andor listening or reading Nemec's manifesto. We knew in a previous episode that Nemec had given this manifesto to Andor, so yeah, we knew that this was going to come into play at some point. It is, and again, it fuels Andor in a way that it's. I guess that's one of the best things about this season, really, is that Andor starts off being very selfish, and everybody's helping him to get off of the planet, and now by the end of this season he's part of the rebellion. He's really thinking bigger than himself, and I think that a lot of different characters. There's probably many people that might say there's too many characters in this show, but you know what? They have had an effect on him. They have had an effect on Andor to the point where by the end, well, we'll get there, but it's it's really really cool to see that kind of patience in storytelling. Awesome stuff. Of course, it's building to this funeral for Marva. It's still, in a way, it's kind of weird that we didn't get to see her pass away, but we get to see the effect of it. We get to hear her words to Andor, her final words to Andor, and we get to see this speech. So B2EMO is put out in front of all of these people, and we get to see Marva give this speech via hologram before she died. And of course, it rouses the Imperials and it rouses the funeral goers into a full blown riot. The bomb that built by this boy gets thrown in there. Everything explodes. There's just it's chaos, and it's what we expected. And during this riot, Andor takes the opportunity to go and rescue Bix and put her on a transport. It's exactly the kind of thing, like I said before, where Andor his character has changed, and that is really really important for what we're going to see in the future. Now, in all of this hubbub, Deidre is basically knocked down to the point where, wow, is she going to get taken out here? But no, she is saved by Cyril, and she is shocked by this. And it's one of those things where it's like, okay, where is this going? I'm assuming that she is going to help him become part of the ISB and part of the hunt for Andor and Axis, right? I mean, that's got to be what's going to happen in the next season, right? And that's really the last thing that we see of both of them is this really quick shot of them, or this sequence where they're talking, and she's like, I should thank you, and he's like, you don't have to, and then that's the last we see of them. We get to see Mon Mothma make a sacrifice here. She's not in the episode a whole lot. In fact, she's not in the whole season a whole lot. But we do get to see her make this sacrifice by introducing her daughter to Davo Skulden's son. I always mess up that guy's name. But yeah, so it's there's a lot of things in play, and we are setting up Mon Mothma for what's going to happen between this episode and Rogue One, where we see her as a leader of the rebellion. What's going to happen in between, we're going to find out, and it's very exciting. And the final sequence is Luthen returning to his ship to find Andor in there, and he basically just tells him, look, kill me or take me in. And we see Luthen smile, and then that's it. That's the season. And I gotta say, there's a part of me that's a little bit, I would say, a little bit underwhelmed, because I thought the battle was gonna be bigger. This riot was gonna be bigger, but it served its purpose. It got Andor to rescue Bix. Bix is off. I'm assuming going to join up with another rebellion sect or whatever, and we get Andor where he needs to be. I mean, it really is really well done. This entire season has just been a marvel to me. Like, how did this show get made? With, if you look at Disney's track record with Star Wars and you look at the kind of shows that they made, this show doesn't fit in with any of those. And in fact, it probably doesn't fit in with a lot of the movies. But that's what's so great about it. It's another aspect of Star Wars that we never saw before. And I absolutely love it. I really hope that the lower viewership for Andor, it grows over time, and that people can watch the whole thing and they can enjoy it and they go, wow, this is really, really good. It's really, really smart. There's a lot of characters to keep track of, but that's to its credit. They're telling a very, very large story here. And I would even say that this is an important story. It's not just important for Star Wars and I guess the richness of the story being told overall, but it's important for today. It's important for us to remember some of these things, you know, and it's I gotta say, kind of timely. A lot of the messages here are something that we should all take to heart. And again, I've seen these people that have said that this doesn't feel like Star Wars to me, and I'm like, I don't get it. You know, not every bit of Star Wars is for everybody, though. You know, it's just like, I don't watch the Freemaker Adventures, the Lego cartoon show. It's not for me. But there's so much room in the Star Wars universe to tell all kinds of stories. And this is one of the ones that I was hoping that they would be able to do, something like this. I mean, I never would have thought, hey, let's do a whole series based around Andor. But man, it is really delivered on every promise that I saw and that I hoped for. And on top of that, we get all these amazing characters that we never knew before, and that are rich, and there's some depth there. And again, it's kind of a shame that we hadn't had more of Genevieve O'Reilly as Mon Mothma up to this point. She is fantastic in the show. Like, she's great. And of course, Stellan Skarsgård as Luthen, another new character. It's great stuff. And I love it, and I want more. I want more stuff like this. I mean, sure, you want to have the stuff that's super fun and light and just easily watchable, I guess you could say. Yeah, I'm down for that too. But give me some of this as well. You know, give me all kinds of different stories in Star Wars. That's what I thought Disney was going to do in the first place. I feel like they're finally making good on the promises of a bunch of different Star Wars stories. And, you know, even if we had gotten nothing more than shows like The Mandalorian, I probably still would have been happy. I'm one of those people that I just love Star Wars so much. I love seeing all kinds of takes on it. And yeah, I mean, why isn't there a romantic comedy in the Star Wars universe? Why not? Why not? Why isn't there a super, super like serious spy thriller? Well, now we have one in Andor, and it's awesome. It's such a good show. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can take Star Wars that I just don't feel like you should limit it to just being, you know, this light, very surface level entertainment, you know? And look, I love that stuff. I'm not saying that it's bad. I just say there's room for a lot of different stories to be told, and I'm here for it. So Andor episode 12, the season finale called Rix Road. What did you think of it? Did you like it as much as I did? Were there problems that you had, or did you like it a lot more than I did? Let me know down below, and let's talk about the season 2. You know, let's talk about what you thought of the whole season. You know, are you excited for season 2? I've had some people say that, yeah, I already checked out and it's just not for me. But look, there's plenty of us, I think, that really love this show. Let's talk about it. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.